So let me ask, we've gotten a ton, you mentioned Social Security and Medicare. Obviously, the president and House Republican leaders have said that's off the table, so they're not going to address that, even though those are major drivers of the long-term debt situation. But I want to ask you, we've gotten a ton of people who are on Social Security who've written into the Post, and they're really worried. What if the country defaults? Are they going to get their checks? Are they going to get their payments on time? What are the real consequences of a default?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say 100% don't worry, but I can say 99% don't worry. One, I don't think we are going to default. And two, I certainly don't think that there's going to be a pause for Social Security payments. I think that if there's any situation, it would be very short. And I think there's universal agreement that Social Security checks need to go out to the people who depend on them, people who count on them. However, if we get close to defaulting, or if we start to have, and there's a downgrade because we're still not talking about lifting the debt ceiling, what we could see is huge gyrations in the markets and a lot of economic disruption. And not just Social Security retirees, but everybody should be worried about that because that could be very unhealthy for the economy. Listen, we are already in such a difficult situation trying to fight inflation, avoid a recession, stop bank contagion, and avoid default. Any additional kind of disruption to the markets could make all of that worse. And so it wouldn't be that my concern is for people who are recipients of Social Security in particular. It would be overall that there could be a lot of uncertainty and chaos and problems in the overall economy if we get close to default, certainly if we do default. But here's what I will
Yeah.
say for Social Security recipients. I know there is a bipartisan promise going on out there. We promise not to touch Social Security or Medicare benefits. That, in fact, is the worst news there is for current retirees. Because within just over a decade, if we do nothing, there will be across the board benefit cuts. And that means for somebody who is a retiree today, they are very likely to have benefit cuts if we do nothing. The best
Yeah,
way to protect
right.
people is to make changes to this program in a way that ensures that people who depend on it are not affected.